Hey, Shalom Makian. First off, I want to say, Dawada, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for giving me the spirit to do this video. This video I'm going into is about taskmasters. And in the kingdom of heaven, we will have taskmasters to be over our slaves. Okay? Basically, a higher level slave than the other slaves. Alright? To make sure the other slaves are on their job, building our kingdom the right way, like we told them to do it, all right? And constantly on their job, on their work, okay? And we will be, as kings, we will be able to pop in and out when we want to, because we're not gonna do no work in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're gonna just order around. Do this, do that, okay? And there's gonna be levels of slaves receiving order to the other slaves, okay? But like I said, we're going to be able to pop in and out when we want to. That's going to be glorious, man. That's going to be a great time. The first scripture I'm going to go into is Exodus chapter 1, verse 11. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. It's talking about in ancient Egypt, Pharaoh putting taskmasters to make sure us, when we were in slavery in Egypt, building the pyramids, to make sure we built their cities, okay? To make sure we did what they said do. And they put taskmasters over us. Let's read. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. So it said treasure cities, but our slaves are really gonna build the treasure cities, man. The kingdom of heaven is the real treasure cities, man, because it's literally going to be built with treasures, man. Beautiful stones, beautiful wood, beautiful everything, man, that the whole earth produces. It's going to be built with those different elements, okay, in our kingdom. And we're going to make sure they do their job, and we're going to pop in and out when we want to, okay? From there, let's go to Psalms chapter 2, starting at verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Right, and the heathen are the non-Israelites, Edomites, the so-called white race, Ishmaelites, the Arabs, Hamites, the African nations, okay, Elam, East Indian, etc., okay, the so-called Chinese, the Asians. So we're going to have them as inheritance for us. And it says that we shall break them with a rod of iron and dash them into pieces. So we're going to be doing that in our kingdom. They're going to be in slavery, man. It's time for them to receive that cup of slavery, and they're going to drink it down very, very hard. So when I read about in Exodus about Pharaoh putting taskmasters over us, okay, and coming down on us hard, no, we're going to come down on these other nations harder than the world has ever seen. And I mean, it's going to be in a righteous way though, but it's going to be firm. That's why it says in verse 9, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. We ain't going to take no back talking, okay? We don't care about their opinions. We're going to give orders to the taskmaster to tell them exactly what to do. And if the taskmaster has to come back to us to say anything, report anything, we're going to come down harder and harder. We ain't accepting no rebellious slaves, man. Rebellious slaves are going to get put to death quickly. But like I said, we ain't going to do no work, man. We're going to be sitting on the throne, man. We're going to be ruling in our glory, man. Imagine that, man. You ruling in your glory, man. You got everything your heart could desire, and you just giving orders. Literally just giving orders, man. That's going to be a beautiful time, man. That's what we're fighting for. It's close, too. Very close. So like I said, in this verse 9, we shall dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. We're going to be using the taskmasters to do that. And like I said, when we want to pop in and out and surprise and make our appearance, we might just appear in front of them, man. A big chariot just appear over them, and we just drop out of the chariot, man, out of nowhere. And they're going to be scared, man. All the slaves going to be, he's here, whispering to each other, man, shaking, because of the power we going to have, that grip we going to have. From there, let's go to Isaiah 60, verse 17. It says, for brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thy exactors righteousness. Now, when you go into the blue there, on the exactors,
Strong's H 5065. Nagas. Nagas.
okay, and when you read, it says to press, to drive, oppress, demanding pressure, taskmaster, ruler. Okay, so we're gonna hire taskmasters, certain slaves, to be over other slaves. All right, and you best believe the taskmaster that we're gonna hire is gonna hate Esau. Is gonna hate Esau, man. They're gonna be happy to bust Esau upside his head. That's who we're gonna hire. Someone who already totally 100% dislike Esau. All right, and they're gonna come down hard on these heathens overall, but especially those Edomites, the so-called white race. You are the biblical Edomites. Okay, and when it said thy exactors shall be righteousness, the reason why they're gonna be righteousness because they're gonna do whatever we tell them to do. They're gonna obey us. They're gonna be very obedient, man, and they're gonna love their job. They're gonna love their job. They're gonna be happy that we hire them, whoever it is, to be the top slave over all the other slaves to carry out certain judgments that we tell them to do. And they're gonna do exactly what we say, man. Okay, that's why it says they're gonna be righteousness, because we're gonna give out righteous judgment, and they're gonna execute that judgment 100% from the orders from the Israelites, man. Period. All right. From there, let's go to Isaiah 61, verse 5. It says, and strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and vine dressers. Right, they shall work in the field, the strangers, the other nations. Okay, their sons, Edomites, okay, Ishmaelites, all the other nations, they're gonna be in our field. Okay, they're gonna be working. All right. Now, when you go into the blue letter on plowman, let's get it.
Strong's H 406. Ikar. Ikar.
Ikar, and when you go down and read, it says plowman, husbandman, farmer, working the land, yet not owning any of it. So they ain't gonna own nothing, man. They're gonna be slaves, man. And they're gonna work hard. They're gonna work harder than we ever worked. That's how hard we're gonna work them. They deserve it, man. They deserve it, man. All these other nations coming to America, which we built, puffing up against us like we don't know nothing, like we ain't shit, reaping the benefits of our people in slavery, dying by the millions, being oppressed, get a visa and open up a store in our neighborhoods, looking down on the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which makes up the 12 tribes of Israel, man. So they got a lot to pay for, man, for their proudness, man, over wickedness. Now, from there, let's go to Ezekiel 39, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will give unto God a place there of graves in Israel. The Russians, okay, the military getting destroyed in this World War III, coming against us, all right, coming against the Lord, and the Lord going to totally destroy the armies of these different nations, man. And because America going to be destroyed, the Russians going to think they're the new top in town, man. And they're going to get totally destroyed too. So it says, I will give unto God a place there of graves in Israel, the valley of the passengers on the east of the sea. And it shall stop the noses of the passengers, because it tells you in Isaiah 34 that their stink shall go up in the air from their carcasses. Talking about these armies, the military, all right, of these different nations, okay? And there shall they bury Gog in all his multitude, and they shall call it the valley of Hamon-Gog. Now, when you look at Hamon-Gog in the blue letter, let's get it.
Strong's H 1996. Hamon-Gog. Hamon-Gog.
And basically it says the name to be given to a valley of graves. To a valley of graves, meaning a lot of dead bodies. Military, mighty man, dead bodies, man. That's what it's going to be called, because it's going to be a lot of it. The Lord going to put a lot of them to death. Okay? That's what it's talking about. Now let's go back. Let's start from 12. In 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land. So you may ask, well, wait a minute. So the Israelites are going to bury those dead bodies? No, we ain't touching those dead bodies. But I'm going to read and tell you who's going to be touching those dead bodies. Verse 13. Yeah, all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renown the day that I shall be glorified, says the Lord God. And they shall sever out men of continual employment. Right. So we're going to employ men of the other nations. And it says, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. Right. So those who made it out of all the nations after the missiles drop, okay, the nuclear war happens, all the different people of the other nations that survive this World War III, we're going to use them to bury the bodies, man, of these mighty men that got destroyed in this war, fighting against the Lord, man, because they're going to try to fight against the Lord, and the Lord going to totally destroy them, all right? So we're not going to touch their dead bodies, but these different people or these different nations, they're going to touch these dead bodies, man. We're going to hire men to oversee that, taskmasters, okay? So when it says, and they shall sever out men of continual employment, workers passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. And the passengers that pass through the land, when any seeth a man's bone, then shall he set up a sign by it, till the buriers have buried it in the valley of Hamon-Gog. So you're going to have workers putting signs by different bones and different dead man's bodies, and other workers burying it as they're going by, putting up signs around every dead body for the other slaves to say, okay, there goes another body, bury that body, there goes another body, bury that body, by the signs that they put up, okay? So we're going to have it all set up, man. Workers, slaves, right away to clean up this mess. All right? Verse 16, and also the name of the city shall be Hamonah, thus shall they cleanse the land. And when you go to the word of Hamonah, let's go to it.
Strong's H, 1997. Hamonah. Hamonah.
Which means the multitudes. So in other words, the multitudes of dead troops, multitudes of graves. Okay, that's what it's going to be. A lot of dead bodies after this World War III. Okay, and we ain't going to touch none of them, man. Like I said, we're going to be giving orders. We're going to pop in and out when we want to. We're going to hire taskmasters, hire slaves over other slaves. Okay, same thing they did in slavery with us. Same thing they did in Pharaoh's time, man. Okay, so it's nothing new to have slaves and have top slaves and have them as overseers. It's going to be a beautiful time, man, just to order all these nations around. All the nations that look down on you, man, like you're nothing, no matter what you speak. Even though you have a good portion of our people that's wicked, the portion of our people that's speaking upright and that's speaking righteous things, they look down on you, no matter what you speak, okay? Because of your nationality, because of who you are. So I can't wait, man. I can't wait to order these different nations around, man, and have them looking stupid. And if you want to order them around, you got to keep doing the work around the world to make it and to stand in that day. All right? With that, I want to say Tawada, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, to give me the spirit to this video. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you brothers out there that's doing the truth in sincerity, and your sincere sisters. Shalom.